How do you, for whom now live in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, think? For which is defined as to form or have in the mind, for which is defined as the element or complex of elements in an individual that feels, perceives, thinks, wills, and especially reasons. In hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. It would look, for which is defined as to ascertain, for which is defined as to find out or learn with certainty by the use of one's eyes, once the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, Satan, and their angels, for whom are defined as a spiritual being serving as a divine messenger and intermediary, and often as a special protector of an individual or nation, especially one in the lowest rank in the celestial hierarchy, for which is defined as a traditional hierarchy, for which is defined as a ruling body of clergy, for which is defined as a group ordained to perform pastoral functions in a Christian church, in Christian churches, temples, synagogues, as well as ministers. Let me see. I gotta make a correction here. As well as ministers, for whom are defined as to function as a minister of religion in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Now, see, this right here, I actually wrote this today. So this would be a book, and it's gonna be a book. Like, this is my actual testimony for the day. So it's not, well, I guess it is a religious book, you know what I mean? Because it's me telling you about my religion, my beliefs, you know, my principles, how I am the way I am. But I'm not telling you as a person outside of my DNA. In a way I am, but what I'm saying is I'm making it this absolute for my children's children, because obviously my family and my friends really didn't know me. See what I'm saying? Because if they really knew me, I wouldn't be here. See, this right here is confusion personified. So what better time to now explain myself than now? You see what I'm saying? Because if I let the ignorance of me, right, then define me, then look what it would have defined me as, whatever they say I am, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell my grandbabies. I'm saying, how could somebody tell you about me when the people who was supposed to know me did not know me? You see what I'm saying? Like, they thought I was gonna do whatever they thought I was gonna do. So this is what they did. Now they mad with me. I'm saying, well, why can't I be mad with you? You put me in a mental hospital. You the reason why I'm living like this. But you say you not. So that's why I'm saying to my grandbabies, I'm saying, well, how can these people speak to me and they not telling you about them? See, I mean, you see, love gave the devil the opportunity to be a devil. So even love is under investigation now. See, it's saying you can't love in fear. See, that's why I used to always tell my kids not to be afraid. See, because if you're afraid, you're going to make decisions that people who are afraid make. And see, people act like a person who will kill you is a real gangster or a thug or whatever. But really, that's the weakest person among us, is the person that'll kill, because they killing because they weak. See, because they don't want you to tell what they doing. So that is what makes them weak. See, a strong person can stand a check. See, that's why even in your chess game that you all say that y'all play, right? And life is a chess game. You know, and there is rules, you know what I mean? You know, you know, everything has its space, right? Like the king can move, but if the king move too wrong, then the other king will catch it, right? The other player. So if you're in a game where you're trying to capture something, then when is freedom on either side? If I'm trying to capture you and you trying to capture me, then how is either one of us free from the game? So now, once I capture you, now I'm free. But if you capture me, I'll never be free. So that's what I'm trying to show my grandbaby. See, I'm saying, granddaddy is everything, and these people is nothing. See, that's why they can't come to court with granddaddy. But see, they'll kill me because they can't come to court with me. See, so now, but I'm saying now, granddaddy, if it was on the opposite side, see, granddaddy would be able to go to court against one man, no matter how many one men it is, right? But how could granddaddy fight one man and it's 100 of them? See, so you fight, then you get, see, the next man not tired, but you tired. See, so by time, that don't mean that this man better than you. That mean you tired. See, so that's what I'm saying. A physical war between kings, you gonna have casualties. But a litigation between kings, you gonna have revelations. See, you gonna let the other people know that their king is not worthy to die for because he's a liar. See, so now the lie itself stopped the king on the chessboard from moving. Because why would a knight die for a lying ass king? See, why would you gotta see if your life valuable now that you will die for somebody who will lie to you. Wouldn't that be David? Now, wouldn't, if you have a knight that king will lie, wouldn't he send you to die so he can sleep with your wife? King David. Now, wouldn't your children be born in poverty like Jesus was born in a manger? See, so this is what I'm saying. If you playing chess, you better look at what side you playing on. Is your king true like me, who can move inside of a litigation no matter how powerful the structure is? Or is your king a liar who can only sacrifice you because of the lies the king telling? Whether it's a president, a governor, a leader, a preacher, a minister, whatever it is, if they not telling you the truth, then wouldn't you be dying for a false statement? See, if they lying and you moving on the lie, wouldn't you be moving on a false statement? So now, if your leader would lie to you, then aren't they giving you a false image of a leader? Now, wouldn't they then be the wolf in sheep's clothing when you break it all the way down? Now, see me, I'm still my wife, husband, I'm still my children, father. So how am I a wolf in sheep's clothing when I am still in my image, just older, still telling my testimony? So now, okay, all over the world and the lies for which are defined, so I gotta change that, for which are defined as to make an untrue statement with the intent to deceive in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Okay. for which I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally caught the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and their angels in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. Therefore, if I, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, didn't legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally defeat, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as to conquer, for which is defined in the Webster Dictionary as to gain or acquire by force of mind. For it said something, and it's my mind, so I'm substituting something for what it was, which is my mind, for which is defined as the conscious mental events and capabilities in an organism, for whom is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., and as well as Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, as well as President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, as well as King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated. So this is my name, manifesting my name, manifesting my name, manifesting my name. See what I'm saying? So the only thing happened was my name changed, the title changed to my name. It never became Reverend. See, that's the difference between me and your spiritual world. See, in your spiritual world, you go from deacon, deaconess, elder, bishop, reverend, and all that, right? See, I'm none of those titles because I do not reside in the spiritual world. But inside of the courthouse, my simple name is there, Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. Then my military name title is there, Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, and now of the United States Navy. See, that's the only thing, is the entities changed. See, so now it's Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, and then of Four Castles Incorporated. So that would be like the knight on the chessboard. See, so on the chessboard in the United States, me playing chess with the United States is see, these assholes, they know I'm in here, right? They never do that. See, they never do that. I've been here almost a year. Them bastards never come and do that. See, I normally be doing this in the evening. See, this is what I'm telling you about ignorant ass people, man. See, this is why I'm saying it's always hard to get knowledge to people who need it because of ignorant ass people. You see what I'm saying? Like they don't think I know they out there. I hear them. But why be a damn fool when you see me giving you the knowledge any damn way? See, that's what I'm saying. Why don't they just give me some fucking money so I can go? But they don't want to give me no money because they got me out here fucking robbing me. See, that's what I'm telling my grandbabies. See, I can't get home to your grandmama and back to the family because these assholes got me, right? But what I'm saying is, come get your shit, man. See, just like they saying with Israel, with the Israeli and all this Hamas bullshit going on. See, who gonna be right when now you wrong? So now you gonna say that you done set me here, you done took my life from me for 15 years and ain't paid me damn penny for what you done to me, and then you gonna tell my damn grandkids they gotta work for you? So when am I gonna free my grandchildren with all this goddamn harassment you doing to me? See, everything you doing to me, you mean to tell me it's not even gonna free my bloodline? You not gonna give me no freedom, and you not gonna free my bloodline, but you done stole all our shit. But now, if my grandchildren, which granddaddy tried to be diplomatic, and look what y'all did. I'm in court. I'm saying, hey man, y'all wrong, and instead of y'all giving me back my life, look what y'all done. So when is America gonna be guilty of what a fucking citizen's doing to another citizen? Because isn't this a crime? If I do it to your citizens, you'll put me in jail. So when you gonna come put these assholes in jail? When y'all gonna let me out of this fucking nightmare? That's all I'm saying, man. See, cause you got day in and day goddamn out, you know you guilty. But you can go to church and free yourself from your guilt, cause you the damn preachers. You the politicians, and this your damn creation. These your people. This what Jesus was talking about. If these were my people, would they not fight? That I not be handed over to the Jews? But hell, I'm in court fighting for my people, and they out here fucking with me. So now, when my children want they shit, y'all ain't gonna give them they shit peacefully. So they gonna have to bomb you motherfuckers. So I'm letting them know you got the right. You bombing me with ignorance. No matter how intelligent I am, or no matter what I do, you some bitches just watching me starve. So why would you? So where's the humanity in this generation? And when is your iniquity gonna be passed on to your goddamn children? That's what y'all believe in the Bible, but y'all can do this shit to me, and y'all can fuck up my family. See, and act like I don't fucking know you doing it. I see you doing it, but what can I do? All I can do is tell my children to goddamn mount up. That's all I can do. Because that's what you taught me in the United States Navy when a motherfucker violate the Constitution. But now you violate the goddamn Constitution and it's all right. But you can take my shit. No, not this goddamn time. You gonna take it, but my children gonna get it back. Somebody gonna get it back. And then ain't gonna be no peace in the Middle East or no goddamn where else. All over the world, in the lies for which are defined as to make an untrue statement with the intent to deceive in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, for which I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., legally, historically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally caught the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and their angels in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. Therefore, if I, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated, didn't legally, historically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally defeat, for which, according to the Black's Laws Dictionary, is legally defined as to conquer, for which is defined as to gain or acquire by force of mind, for which is defined as the conscious mental events and capabilities in the organism against the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, Satan, and their angels in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. How would have I, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class, Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., been able to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, or federally claim, for which is defined as, hold on, I gotta finish this. Okay, because I was doing something else. See, this is why I say, even in my book, I seen something where I had forgot to go back and do this. So this is what I'm saying. See, like, it's not a book, it's my actual life. So like that right there, I left because yesterday, this is off of what I wrote yesterday. no, this morning, like about 6 o'clock this morning, no, about 4 o'clock this morning, I started writing it. I didn't get it ready to publish until I put that first one out. So I didn't finish it. So now I'm coming back and I just found out that I didn't finish Define and Claim. So see, you might catch that. So now I'm glad that I'm able to come and say that, hey, yeah, see, that's real. I might have had to go somewhere. I might have did something. And then when I came back, I didn't remember that I didn't go back and finish. So see, that's unfinished business. See, because I had to go do something else to keep the story going on. See, so like, but I just wrote that other because I was thinking about what I just told you then. So I wrote that and I was coming back to this and now I got to finish what I was writing. So that's a beautiful thing because now I'm explaining to you, like if you see something and it ain't done, I had to go somewhere. Now, if you investigate, you will probably see what I had to go do if the times is right. But anyway, so claim is to ask for, especially as a right. So now, so I had to claim for which as a right to legally, historically, biblically, okay, to claim as a right, okay, hold on, I gotta put it in there so when my grandbabies see it, they'll know to ask for, to ask for, especially a right. So see, like I say, you think this is a mistake, but see, this is where you should have been to see when Jesus, if Jesus was me, see, when he writing his testimony, you should be able to see. Because every testimony that's written is not wrote to perfect. See, like I'm saying something, stop it. See, but when I'm writing it, how would you know that if I just sit there and I practice it? See, that's why I wrote about ghostwriters, right? See, like the person who you actually vibing with is not the person who you listening to. See, you really vibing with the ghostwriter. See what I'm saying? But see, with me, you heard me or you seen my writings, somebody else was trying to rap them. See, and then now you seeing the actual performer. It's not a ghostwriter. It's the ghostwriter is the one lying to you. See, they giving you, they adding something to something that they not able to legally add to. They can't tell my story. They can only read it. Like, but they can't tell it to you. See, if they tell it to you, then they committing a crime. They can give it to you and let you read it for yourself. And if you can't read it, they can teach you how to read it, but they can't tell you what it means because it's already defined. So it's nothing left to interpretation because I already defined everything I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So now, so it says, especially a right to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally be a patent claim. Okay, now, that for which, according to the Black's Laws Dictionary, is legally defined as a patent, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as the governmental grant of a right, privilege, or authority claim that contains a non-exclusive list of elements. See, typically introduced by phrase consisting of the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. Therefore, if I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr., would have allowed the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, well, I was going to do something else, but I ain't going to do it now because what I was going to do was like say the dragon and then define it, but I done defined it in this before, so I'm not gonna just keep on defining it. So I just said I ain't gonna do it, which is the devil and Satan. So that's why, so if when my grandbabies look at this and they be like, why granddaddy tripping? I'll be like, hey, I didn't want to keep on defining it. So I'm letting you know why granddaddy tripping. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. To illegally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally put me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr., on an ignorant cross. See, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a sale of a large amount of publicly, I think it's that Lee that get me. Let me stop. Okay, publicly traded stock between the elected officials of the state of Florida and in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. And I, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr., of the United States Navy, right? Let me put that in now. Because, see, and reason why I said that, because I remember when I was in the Navy, they want to call you Navy property, man. You understand? I said, boy, I got mad about that, but I guess that was true because I'm in the Navy and I was Navy property. But now that I say I'm Navy property, now other people get mad. But see, I'm saying I come from descendants of slaves. You call me property, man, that pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying, hey, man, I'm a member. I ain't your property. You see what I'm saying? Because who are you? See, well, I want to know who the Navy is now. Because if I'm the property of the Navy, so that's why I'm saying I'm the Navy. And it's my property. Because you said I was your property, and now you didn't come defend your property, but I am the Navy. I'm not going to give up my status as a Navy veteran because of you. So now I'm saying, well, if I'm a Navy veteran and you a Navy veteran, then how I'm your property? See, now I'm back when I was 18 and you told me I was Navy property and I started arguing with you. See, but I got friends that was in the Navy with me, know I'm telling the truth. See, so that's what I'm saying. See, you got to deal with me. See, and I'm my God. That's what I'm telling you. So you mess with me, man. I wasn't messing with you. I was living my life in accordance with the rules. And you came into my life against your rules. And so now, how can I be your property and you not be mine? We was in court. We two kings on the board of life, and I played you, and I played you in accordance with your rules. See, so, and my people was denied the right to read and write your rules to make a case that I could use. So I had to then use history's case and now make a legal case for prosperity's sake. See, so I'm doing the same thing that George Washington them did with guns and mortars and whatever else they use. I'm using civil tactics as a black man. So how can I not be the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords if not one piece of blood had to be shed for me to be in the position I'm in? I made every legal move. I made all the combative moves. I then revealed everything you did to me as you would try to do to me. And if we in this chess game and it's legal and you are illegal, then how am I your property in accordance with Amendment 14, Section 4? See? But anyway, so now, the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, mental, and federal transaction between the dragon, for whom is defined as a violent, combative, and very strict person, that old serpent, for whom is defined as, see, that's why I'm speaking to my grandkids again. See, this is why Granddaddy didn't do it again, because it's only so many definitions of the dragon. And so once I reached the limit and then I go back and I think about something, see, this is me going back, thinking about something and then adding it to this statement. You see what I'm saying? So I had already used the definition of dragon, for whom is defined as a violent, combative, and very strict person, that old serpent. See, I'm breaking it down. See, for whom is defined as a treacherous person, which is the devil, for whom is defined as an extremely wicked person. See what I'm saying? So that's what Granddaddy doing. He taking you through the levels of evil in the names that they use to define the levels of evils that I went through. So when I went through this mythical beast they call the devil, that's this what they were supposed to scare me and then the serpent, when he started hissing, see the judges, right? And then the devil itself came, and then I whooped him, and then Satan came, and then all of them came, and I whooped them. See, so I'm showing you when, where, and how Granddaddy did it, see? So as the devil, for whom is defined as an extremely wicked person, and Satan, for whom is defined as the rebellious angel, who in Christian belief is the adversary of God, for whom is your grandfather, your father, your husband, for whom name is simply Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. Then it's Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy. Then it's President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Castle Incorporated. See how every time when I met the dragon, my name was Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. Then when I met Satan, my name was Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy. Then when I met the devil, then my name was President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated. Then when I met Satan, see, then it became King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated. See the levels? Every time I met another evil entity, my title changed, because I had to become as wise as the entity that I met. So then when they all came together, that's the spiritual world, all came together against me. And that's when I became God, for whom is Allah, and Allah, for whom is God. See what I'm saying? Inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. That's how I was able to take all of those titles inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, which is why now any leadership title, see, if you come into the courts against me and you are emperor, I'm an emperor. If you're a god, I'm a god. If you're a peasant, I'm a peasant. If you're a slave, I'm a slave. See, because I emancipated my titles, which is my name, on every level of engagement. So whenever I engaged whatever figure, I became the figure that I engaged. See, that's why they can't come to court with me, because when they do, I'm going to become them. See, no matter what title you give them, see, that's why they not going to let me go to court. They not. See, but the people around me, around your granddaddy, don't know how valuable he is. They didn't. They know now, but they don't know. See, some of them took money. Some of them was actually protecting me, but they didn't understand I had already protected them. And see, it got out of hand. But the one Judas is the one that kept talking to me. I know who it is. See, because he kept talking. And I kept saying, bruh, I hear you. So then I kept trying to fight for him. And the white man was saying, it ain't us who got him. Then I started going to the dope boys saying, hey man, don't you hurt my brother. See? But see, that's the thing. That's what I'm telling my grandbabies, man. See, to be real is to be in jeopardy. To be fake is to be vulnerable. You always remember that now. See, to be real, you're going to always be in jeopardy. But if you be fake, you're going to always be vulnerable. So just be real. So no matter what, you real enough to live again, even in death. Because if you fake, you're going to die. Because you're going to die in your fakeness. But to be murdered for being real will make you real forever. Because you'll never be fake. See, can't nobody say your granddaddy was fake ever. See, because how? How can they justify it when all my life I've been real? All my life. Because my life been real. I ain't never had the luxury of being fake. That's what I'm telling you. See, that's why I was never vulnerable. See, but I was always persecuted. See, because I was always real. See what I'm saying? I wasn't safe. I didn't play it safe. I let people know when they stepped on me. See, hey, I'm here. See, but I see other people, man, be quiet. Man, I ain't for what? When it's something to say, I'm gonna say it. I ain't gonna act like you ain't disrespect me. I'm gonna say something. See? But my lady, that's me. See, so I know that my presence is what she intimidated by, but she ain't intimidated. She letting other people know that they intimidated, but I ain't intimidated. He ain't seeing you like, yeah, okay, man, all right. You okay. But the other people know, like, see, he not gonna let me do that. See, he let you do that. See, that's like I'm a mailman, right? And people say, oh, that dog don't bite. Shit, I said don't bite you. But it got teeth, it'll bite me. So now you say, oh, you scared. Am I, or am I ready for whatever? You called it, oh, you scared. I'm saying, well, if that dog come at me, I'm gonna be ready for that dog. Now, if I let you control your dog and you can't control your dog, I'm bit because I wasn't ready. Now, you can say I'm afraid all you want, but me and the dog, I'm gonna give you time to get your dog. That's all that before your dog bite me or bite me good. See what I'm saying? So I gotta always protect myself. Now, it's gonna look like I'm afraid of you, but I know what my tactic is. See, I know what I'm doing, but do you know what I'm doing? See, you gonna know what I did, but you not gonna know when I was doing it. See, that's why I'm telling people now, I'm saying, but how do you beat a spirit if you don't explain how you did it? Because the spirit is not real, but you real. But anyway, okay, so, okay, now, so let me go. Okay, so a wicked person, Satan, for whom is defined as the rebellious angel, who in Christian belief is the adversary of God, and I told you about me, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida for eternity. So that's why Granddaddy telling you that if you ever get into a tight with something you can't see, or this person who you think is so powerful, just take them to court. See, and whatever they They are. Dad, granddaddy gonna be that. See what if they change the name of God to whatever it is, then I'm gonna be whatever they changed it to, because they changed it so you wouldn't know that I personified what was previously known as. See, just like when Jesus was in Jesus' story, they was talking about Abraham, and now in my story, they talking about Jesus. See, that's what I'm talking about. So now when they come and they try to call me somebody else, you say, well, nah, man, my granddaddy name, his simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. See, so then we go back to what my simple name is, and then we build from there. See, that's called a legacy's foundation. See, so when you get in it, go back to your granddaddy's legacy. See, I'm rooted inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. So that's when you can show them that your life was legally obtained, that my grandmama and my granddaddy worked for everything they got and everything they had, and y'all stole it, and my granddaddy went into court and he proved that everything that my grandmama and my granddaddy had before y'all came into their life, they worked for it, and then my granddaddy won it back from y'all inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. And then he wrapped us in the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 for eternity. And then he went into the federal courthouse, so we'll be free all over the world, as well as in every state and territory, and in the territories of the allies of the United States of America, as well as their enemies. Because we letting the enemies of America know that we are not them who you are upset with, because we are in court with them too. And we are your allies, because we are the real America. See, we are the ones that follow the laws, not only of America, but didn't even know the laws of the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran. So what does that say about the founder of Folk Houses Incorporated, that he wasn't a spiritual man, but he was in accord with spiritual principles as a human being? Now, how can a man who did not read the Bible to show himself approved can now go and get the Bible and the Quran to show that he's approved? Now, that's after he went into court and defeated the devil. Now, why is the spiritual world now on trial? But it would been on trial since Jerusalem, when Jesus said, not one stone to be left standing upon another that won't be cast down. See, so now, okay, for eternity. So wait a minute, you know what? Now I'm gonna go, because it's getting late, man. But this gonna be a long one here. But not, I mean, it's gonna be more than one testimony. But anyway, so I went and got to prove my point. I went and got Romans 3 of the Holy Bible. No, well, you know what? I'm gonna go get this one first, because I haven't did anything on my Islamic brothers in a while. So I'm going to get chapter 63 of the Shaheed International Version of the Holy Quran, verses 1 through, I'm gonna go 1 through 10. And then, okay, so this is a Shaheed International Version of the Holy Quran, chapter 63, verse 1 through 10, that says, when the hypocrites come to you, O Muhammad, they say, we testify that you are the messenger of Allah. And Allah knows that you are his messenger, and Allah testifies that the hypocrites are liars. In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 11:50 in the morning. They have taken their oaths as a cover, so they averted people from the way of Allah in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Indeed, it was evil that they were doing in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. That is because they believed and then they disbelieved. So their hearts were sealed over inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 11:51 in the morning. Just like when Moses covered over Pharaoh and his army with the Red Sea, right? That's what I'm doing with y'all when y'all was believing in the hoods, projects, communities, whatever y'all was believing, right? Schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. See, it doesn't matter if you was believing in drugs, if you was believing in drug money, whatever you was believing in, I covered you over. See, because now you can't say that love for you from a God didn't exist. Because I'm saying I'm the God that loved you in your sickness. Now, the question is, do you love yourself enough to unseal yourself from your previous condition? See, that's the love I'm giving to you, because I don't know you, but I loved you because of the sickness that I saw being bestowed on you. See, you wasn't supposed to be sick like that, but because of the sickness of my enemy, you became sick. So you are a casualty of war, you see? So I had to cover you so you can see what you're doing to yourself. Now, you say, well, you smoke weed. Exactly, because it was created on the third day. And what my enemy did to impersonate what I'm doing, he gave you something to addict you. See, what I'm doing is to calm me. You see what I'm saying? So I can speak calmly to you. See, but I'm not all, I'm still energetic. I'm still firing. My passion is still going. See what I'm saying? But I'm not fiending for nothing. See what I'm saying? But now, if you want to see the differences, you have to look at the condition you in. See? And then now you can understand that you being tricked out of who you really are. And now you can let the device go and find yourself free of charge. Because now, like I say, see, Four Castles is giving Chancey Incorporated the resources, the necessary resources, so Chancey Incorporated can invest in you. You see, so then you can become a better asset to the whole. See, but if we do it selfishly, where it's about us, then you're not going to get the best out of you. So that's why I'm trying to show you how I got the best out of me, so you can get the best out of you, and then give me 20% of your best worth. Then I'm going to invest that 20% into 100% of you, which is your children. You see what I'm saying? Now, after we get out of this cycle, maybe in about 3 or 4 generations, then the true us would then be us. See, not this stuff that I had to cover over. You understand? Okay, now. This is 3. That is because they believed and then they disbelieved. So their hearts were sealed over and they do not understand. See, so that's me showing you all the reason why you don't understand is because you never was who you were supposed to be. You was recreated into someone else's need, and now me as God is showing you how far you are from me. See, but I'm not saying me in the physical, I'm saying me in the soul. You see what I'm saying? See, you spiritual, but you're not soulful. And so when you're not a soul, then you're stuck. And that's why I had to cover you and then lift you so you can rise to the occasion of you. See, because if you don't defeat you, then I can't do nothing with you. See, because you're not made in my image, you recreated in the image of my enemy. See, so now, 4, and when you see them, their forms please you. See, that's what I'm saying. See, when you see money or somebody with money, then they please you, but you don't see the rot that the money came from. You see what I'm saying? See, you look at the moment, but you don't look at the life, and that's why you get caught up in the life that you done got caught up in, looking at it and not breaking it down to see if it's sustainable or not. See what I'm saying? See, when you look at it, when you dealing in something illegal, you gonna either lose your lifetime and then it's gonna come back to you, and then you either make the right decisions or whatever, but it's gonna cost you them 4 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 month, whatever it is that got you where you don't want to go back, right? So you got to spend time to then understand how you lost that time you spent. So now you say, man, I ain't gonna do that no more. I'm gonna do this. So now your friends gonna say, oh man, you scared. See, but you saying scared of being me, scared to make the best decision to make me a better person. Yeah, brother, I'm scared. See, I'm scared to let you make me who you want me to be because you need me to pull off this caper. But see, now you might snitch on me and I spend the rest of my life in a cage being real to you, and you ain't even real to yourself. See what I'm saying? Because if a man will lie to himself, he'll lie to you. And that's what I'm telling my friend. That's why I was never doing nothing to get us in trouble. I was trying to keep fun in the thing, right? But see, when life got real, then I got real as life. See what I'm saying? Because I had to provide for myself. And if I did it illegally, how could I defend myself? And that's what I'm telling my children. See, and I'm telling my wife, and I'm telling our legacy. See, I'm saying, if I did not start on a path to righteousness, then I wouldn't be righteousness on my path, because I would have stopped being righteous at some point along my journey. But I'm telling y'all, I'm saying, nah, man. See, I never let nobody stop me from going forward. See, I'm just suspended in this generation because nobody know that I done came back. See, so that's what I'm saying. They saying Jesus coming back, but I'm saying, well, who gonna be loving enough to accept Jesus if you the same as you were when you killed him for your sins? See, you never gonna be able to pay for your sins because you so busy looking for somebody else to be sacrificed for your sins. See, but you could watch somebody else go to prison, but you don't want to go. See, that's when you sacrifice your God, so you don't have to go to prison. See, you're a murderer. Your intentions are not is dirty. See, when you love, you the sacrifice. See, that's why everybody wanted, oh, what, don't die. And you saying, well, they said that I had to die. I didn't want to die. And that's what I'm reading about with Jesus. I'm saying, well, look, I ain't trying to die, but they say they were going to kill me. Who they is? Who they? I'm saying, well, man, I'm in court, man. This judge right here sent the one out. Oh, man, you crazy, man. You crazy. See, because they don't want to deal with the truth, because it's too real. So you gotta lie. You got to, because you don't want to deal with the facts. But anyway, but your God gonna be what your God gonna be. But what you gonna be in the face of your God gotta change. Because if not, you're gonna be a murderer of your own Lord and Savior. So when are you ever saved if you keep killing your Lord and Savior? Stop sinning, then you will be able to afford saving, right? See, if you're a sinner, you can't go to court, because you yourself is going to be the noose around your neck. But if you live a righteous life, then you can then bless with the righteous life you was living. See, that's what I saw. I'm like, man, I can now give my people the life that I had. And now I can dream about the life that I could never dream about. It wasn't the fact that I didn't want the life. I was like being realistic. You see, because my life was always real. So I lived my life in things that I knew I could achieve. But I'm like, a $5 million house? Nah, man, I can't. I knew, I figured, hey, but if I figured if I got my children in position, they'll be able to do it one day. See what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying about when the devil came and gave me the keys to my existence. Then why would I then exist with what the devil makes? He didn't make my truth. See, I made it, because I made the necessary changes in my life to make my truth mine. See, because if I didn't do what I know I did, then I would be dealing with the lie that I was living. So now, why shouldn't I want to live the truth? If I had to live, and then look, I'm dealing with somebody else's lie. So if I'm dealing with your lie, why can't I live my truth in the midst of your lie? Okay, so now check this. And when you see them, their forms please you, and if they speak, you listen to their speech. They are as if they were pieces of wood propped up in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. They think that every shout is against them. They are the enemy. So beware of them. May Allah destroy them in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 12:03 in the morning on into eternity. How are they deluded? In hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. See, because you can't go back to August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning and change nothing. See, that's history, for which is defined as a chronological record. Hold on, let me get it for you. So I make sure I got it verbatim what it is. See, August 12th, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning is history, for which is defined as a chronological record. So let's say chronological of, relating to, or arranged in or according to the order of time, right? A record, so this, and now let's look at record. A record for which is defined as to set down in writing, okay, of significant. Now let's look at significant, is like is having or likely to have influence or effect, right? Events. So these are events for which is something that happens. So now this is going to take effect in the future, right? So significant events, such as those affecting a nation or institution. See, these are going to affect tomorrow from now on. See, the more you lie today, the rougher it's going to be tomorrow, because everything you think that you saving today is going to be obliterated tomorrow, because you know today you are not worthy of what you have. See, because if you know that the devil gave you what you have, and you wouldn't even let my God save you from the devil, then you chose material wealth over your children's salvation. And now your children should look at what you chose. See, my children gonna see that their father was broke. He had no money because he wanted them to have the knowledge of self. See, because he figured that if they didn't know who he is, how would they know who they are? See, because if I didn't become a king, how did my son know that he come from kings if I didn't prove that I was a king? See, so if I didn't make him the king of Chancey Incorporated, which is his middle name that was given to us by my mother, which is his grandmother, who he never met, then how would he know who his grandmother, who made his father in his image, right? Because she didn't want to be a lawyer. I told her I wanted to be a lawyer. So she didn't make me in her image. She made sure that I stayed in my image. See, she made sure that when I was doing something wrong, she would come and get me off the streets. She like, you know what you said. You know who you are. What you doing? But she didn't have to say it to me like that. See, just by her coming, she knew that that was going to run me off the streets. So see, as I have children, I now see the technique of my mother. See what I'm saying? I see how she drawed me in. See how she didn't force me out. She made me see myself in the situation I was in, and then made me judge myself out of that situation. See, saying now, see, I had to judge myself as a drug dealer. And that's when I killed myself as a drug dealer. See, that's why I would never sell drugs, because I saw my mother, and that's done that for me. See, and I was 4 days in, I was done. And the rest of it is the history, for which is defined as an established record of my simple name, Tommy Chancey Castles Sr., my military name, which is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of the United States Navy, and then my economic name, for which is President Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, and then my royal title, which is King Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated. See, I manifested that by defeating every entity on every level and inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See, that history, that's legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally established. How can you then take it out when you can't come 500 feet of it? So all you can do is try to cover it with a lie. But all you doing is pregnating history. So see, now wouldn't history be like Mary? See, and wouldn't my truth be like Jesus? See, wouldn't history be a virgin that wasn't touched by no man? Because now the truth is in the womb of history. So now you have to abort history itself. Wouldn't that be the end of the world? So now you all got to decide the spiritual world over the secular world. But how can we live in the spiritual world? So if you destroy the secular world, then wouldn't you also destroy heaven if it's on earth as it is in heaven? So aren't you all the dragon, that old serpent who fought Michael and his angels in heaven and didn't prevail? If you are now here on earth fighting Tommy Chancey Council Sr. and all of his names inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, and his angels is the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran, and the Ten Commandments. So aren't you naked as well as covered over inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning? So wasn't it no need for me to cover you again inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning? So therefore, wouldn't I be now legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally uncovering you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world on October 16th in 2023 at 12:11 in the afternoon? See? So now, so then this, and when it is said to them, come, the messenger of Allah will ask forgiveness for you inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, or in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, or on October 16th in 2023 at 12:12 in the afternoon. They turn their heads aside and you see them evading while they are arrogant in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. It is all the same for them whether you ask forgiveness for them inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, or do not ask for forgiveness for them in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. Indeed, Allah does not guide the defiantly disobedient people in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world on October 16, 2023 at 12:13 in the afternoon, nor into eternity. They are the ones who say, do not spend on those who are with the messenger of Allah until they disband. And to Allah belongs the depositories of the heavens and earth. But the hypocrites do not understand in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, nor prisons anywhere in the world. For they, if we return to Ion, what is Almadinah, the more honor, for power will surely expel therefrom the more humble. And to Allah belongs all honor inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And to Allah, and to his messenger, for whom is the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran. And to the believers in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. But the hypocrites in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world do not know. Oh, you who have believed in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, let not your wealth and your children divert you from the remembrance of Allah inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 12:16 in the afternoon on into eternity. And whoever does that, then those are the losers in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 12:16 in the afternoon, on into eternity. And spend in the way of Allah in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world from what we have provided you in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 12:17 in the morning on into eternity. Okay, before death approaches one of you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. And he says, my Lord, if only you would have, my Lord, if only you would delay me for a brief term so I would give charity and be of righteousness in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world on October 16th in 2022 at 12:18 in the afternoon. But the question is, what about August 12th, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning? How can you be forgiven on October 16th in 2023 at 12:18 in the afternoon as if judgment wasn't rendered inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, nor in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See now, so how you now saying that the crucifixion of Jesus saved you inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, when there is no statute of limitations on the murder of Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee in the judgment hall inside of in Jerusalem. So see now, the evidence in the Bible is the evidence that I'm using to adjudicate you guilty of killing Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee and creating Jesus Christ out of thin air. See? Now, let me go get Romans 3 for you. And God remains faithful. and so I'm gonna let this one go, but it's Romans 3 King of the King James Version of Bible Hub edition of Romans 3 verses 1 through 8. But this is I'm gonna have to come back on this one, but I want you to get this because this was what I was really reading on. It says this is Romans 3 of the King James Version Bible Hub edition 1 through 8. It said, what advantage then has the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision? Much, every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, or in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, or on October 16th in 2023 at 12:21 in the afternoon. God forbid ye, let God be true inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 12:21 in the afternoon on into eternity. But every man a liar in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, as it is written in Romans 3 in the King James Version of the Bible Hub edition of verse 4, that thou mightest be justified in thy sins in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as inside of, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 12:23 in the afternoon, for on into eternity. And might have overcome when thou art judged in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of God, but if our unrighteousness in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, and this unrighteousness came through Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church when Pastor Willie C. Barnes then rejected my knowledge, right? And then it says, but if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of God inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 16th in 2023 at 12:24 in the morning. What shall we say in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world on October 16th in 2023 at 12:24 in the afternoon on into eternity? Is God unrighteous in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, or in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning? Who taketh vengeance in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world on October 16th in 2023 at 12:25 in the afternoon. I speak as a man. God forbid, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See, that's when I forbade all of that, and I used the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 to forbid it, right? Now, for then how shall God judge the world? In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, is how I, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, judge the world inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in accordance with Romans 3 of the King James Version of the Bible Hub edition of verse 5 and 6, because that was the 5 and 6. For if the truth of God inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Why yet am I also judged as a sinner in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, and not rather as we be slanderously reported, and as often affirmed that we say, let us do evil in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, that good may come in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. Who damnation is just in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, or prisons all over the world, if they did not come into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole or Orange counties in the state of Florida, nor inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, to face me, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr.